Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time for some more of the Outer World Stew with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome. Why are you like that now? Why are you... Okay. I guess you... Oh, yeah, you for some reason got bumped up, huh? That's weird. All right, well, let's get you centered again. All right, and we're going to go ahead and lock this in place. There we go. All right, so yes, last time we assaulted the monastery. Vries enacted her contingency plan, putting the Seer Wiley in, having him take charge of the monastery for the Order of the Ascendant. That is these guys here. Because we disrupted all of their stuff. Like, we made it so that the attack that they did, we found out who actually did the attack, who sent this ship crashing down and everything. So basically we are looking, we stopped them from fighting so that they actually are going to give peace a chance. A small chance, just a teeny tiny little chance-arino. And so their contingency plan was the guy at the inn range that we dealt with was supposed to deliver them invisible bombs that they could set up around the place where the peace talks are happening, blow them up. Nobody knows who did it. But the peace talks were attacked and all bad things and start the fighting again. But we made it so that, but we had already talked to him, so he was not providing them with the invisible bombs. So they're planning a full-on assault. Now, because we stopped to save some novices, he had the time to send Vries the location of where the talks are happening and the security codes so she can take over the astromechs. So the astromechs are going to be fighting for her. Hopefully everybody has their own, their own bodyguards and stuff that can hold things off a bit, but so we are kind of charging in on that. So because it's Auntie's choice and the Order of the Senate, I'm thinking we're gonna take both a representative from each as our companions. I know Niles will probably want to go because Vries is there, but I think we'd be better off taking those people. So, with all that said, let's jump into the game, shall we? All right. So, all right. Let's talk about it.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
You have a plan, Commander? If not, may I suggest unrestrained carnage tends to grab people's attention.
Bullet could solve a lot of problems, provided we can reach Vries before she enacts her plan to kill the delegates.
We're the only ones who can stop Vries from causing the deaths of millions.
Should Agent Vries succeed, current trajectories suggest a massive spike in civilian deaths throughout Arcadia. Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised. In the absence of Victor and his explosives, Agent Vries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, Vries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander.
We'll go nice and slow, avoid setting off any traps.
Yeah, not getting ourselves blown to pieces is preferable.
Yeah,
Can't
generally.
recommend the experience myself.
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if I let De Vries add to that number.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make De Vries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of her own phantoms?
All right. You know, okay, fine.
Good. Would have been a shame if De Vries was the reason for us falling out, too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
All right. Let's take a look at our consumables here. So we can make long rounds, we can make short rounds, compact rounds. We cannot make heavy rounds because we don't have enough black powder, which is a shame. But actually, well, let's break down our junk, because we really could use some heavy rounds. All right. Let's take a look at breakdown. That will give us scrap. All right. Silent sniper rifle, which we are currently, I think, well, no, we're not actually using that. All right, let's the equipment name burst. Okay, we've got 2 burst assault rifles, so we can take one of them down. We have 2 light rifles. We have 2 designated. All right, we'll take you down. We have 2 machine pistols. All right, let's... Wow, we have a lot of plasma pistols, but that's not going to get us what we need. They don't use black powder. We have shock machine gun and a scoped shock machine gun, which don't use powder either. All right, let's take a look and see. All right, plasma grenades and all right, so you know what? I don't really use grenades, so we're going to get 16 powder from that. Passive mines, we'll get 4 from that. All right, let's see what we can make as far as ammo. There we go. So we're good as far as long rounds. We could use heavy rounds. There we go. All right.
Auntie's Choice Cha. Recommended by 10 out of 10 medical professionals. Auntie's visitors.
All right, go ahead and use the auto dock because that should get us. Oh, no extra. I guess we're maxed out as far as our things. All right, so let's go ahead and hit up Tranquility Station. Greater Tranquility Station. So yeah, I think we're going to take Niles and Inez. All right. Guys ready? How many do we have? We have 7. Menacing Mask, Persistent Shiver. Melee weapons deal 10% more sneak damage. Lonesome Ranger. Between the eyes, when in combat and not attacking, gain 33% more damage every 2 seconds until your next attack. It's not bad. Auto hacker. Species. Remote detonator. Alright, you know what? We're not going to worry about that. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. We are using our Scrutinizer's piece, which increases our energy recharge rate, increases our weak spot percentage, or our weakening of strong enemies, plus gives us an extra holster. We have our Scoundrel's Aegis, which gives us 20% evasion chance, 50% increase in sprint speed in combat, 10% resilience. The ability, after using companion ability, gain 150 temporary health, increasing to 265 temporary health with your leadership skills. Okay, and we have the Oracle, which is a predictive rifle. We have our Heavy Marksman and our Rookie's Reward. Maybe we should look at what can we put on the Rookie's Reward? Mods, Rookie's Reward. All right. What are you classified as? Submachine gun. Okay. Crafting. Weapon mod. Optics. Okay, we don't have anything that will... We don't have anything for submachine guns. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and save our game real quick. And we'll get ready and we'll run this bitch. Alright, and I want to take Inez. They are both kind of like... They both have a pretty big stake in this. Plus, they are both kind of like, yeah, we want to do this, but we also want to save as many people as we can. They're not like, murder or judgment or anything like that. Attacking unaware enemies while Kraus performs a sneak attack. Review the damage of the attack before committing. Yes, so Greater Tranquility Station. Wow, we are just dropping in.
Oh, look at that rift. It's making my skin buzz, even in here.
All right.
Doesn't take an engineer to hazard a guess whose ship that is. De Vries is here, Commander. I'm sure of it.
Inez,
Every moment we linger in this shell of a place, we're giving De Vries that much more time to enact her plans. I'd rather we move on.
All right. Ooh, okay.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society, the rifts.
All right. I don't know what we just did. We did something.
Yeah.
Be still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent de Vries warned me to expect? Well, see,
Me?
if you intend to stop me, you're far too late.
She warned you about me and you still didn't lock the door? You must have a death wish. I'll determine that. Tell me what de Vries' plan is.
Preposterous. Our mission to stop the talks is a righteous one. Why would I ever jeopardize it for the likes of you?
Ignore the posturing. Give him a push and I'll bet you can get de Vries' plans out of him.
You do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths buy Agent de Vries and our comrades the time they need, so be it.
Dear Wiley said just as much, but when I showed him the errors of his thinking, he stood down too.
That matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. But I am steadfast in my resolve. You hear me? Steadfast.
Let's see here. Look, I just want to handle this diplomatically.
I was warned you might try to lure me in with niceties, with professionalism, before going for the proverbial throat. I won't have it. But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent de Vries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself.
I'll show you mercy, same as I did with the monastery hostages, if you tell me everything.
But why would you leave me be? This situation is markedly different. Those at the monastery were not standing in your path.
Yes, they were. But you're clearly sincere and in over your head. I'd say you deserve a second chance.
How can you say that without knowing me and mean it? Your resolve is unmistakable, and it's quickly becoming all too clear I've no option left but to trust you. Fine then, I surrender. See this screen? Agent de Vries' orders for each of her strike teams are here for the taking. One team is in the next chamber, in fact. They're using the Seer's codes to gain control of the automechs and secure the station. All while Agent de Vries makes for the forum chamber to eliminate the delegates. You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcements, and you'd do well to find the control hub to disable them before you're spotted. That's my end of the agreement upheld.
Okay.
If you truly intend to stop her, best be on your way now. May the numbers guide you.
All right. Their monitor displays a map of the station, evidently annotated by de Vries. Our first team of agents is holed up in the landing pad. The second team is to make their way through the turbine chamber. The third team is to guard the exit in the refinery. De Vries will make for the broadcast booth overlooking the forum chambers where the delegations are to meet.
Gave up that intel rather easily, didn't they? Let's have a look. Ought to keep moving, Commander.
All right, let's take a look around here. All right, so he said something about go up to... the Sprat.
Just imagine the hustle and bustle of this place in its heyday. Shame it's all gone to scrap.
All right, from Prostav Iglesias, important announcement. Yeah, Bloodlines 2 is actually, it's a fun game, but my god is it chaotic as hell. All right, let's hear. This message serves as notice that that Greater Tranquility substation is to be decommissioned at the end of this month. Please speak to your direct supervisor for an update to your duties and details on your next posting. Remember with pride that all your work here is making the Sovereign's vision of powerful planet-side communications relays a reality. You are greatly thanked for your service. In the Matriarch's name. All right, updates. Be advised, should Greater Tranquility Substation move into lockdown procedures, see Article 2.13 for more details. The following mechanisms will be automatically activated. Emergency flood lighting, intercom sirens, landing pad ship enclosures. Note that these features can only be overridden by the administrator. All right. That's great. I was kind of hoping that we would be... that we would be able to, like, you know, do something there, but I guess not. Somebody's been... All right. Let's take the path around here. Anytime we can go under somebody or something like that, you know, we're a little bit better off. We try to be sneaky. It just doesn't really work out in the end. It's like, yeah, okay,
It seems your sovereign is regarded as being inept, shall we say?
We need to find us a fuse to get this old thing operational again.
His own leader is beyond his depth. He and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this...
All right,
Something like...
fashion a makeshift fuse.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you're perhaps even more
there was
ignorant
just
of Arcadia
literally
than
just
I
a fuse
calculated.
right over
the
here.
Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you've suggested, but his advisor, the consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Solely? Your previous sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. Do not act like the current rot emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for
All right,
you
let's see
and
here.
your
Oh,
reputation for
automechanical
putting
function
profits over
commands.
people.
But instead,
let's see here. All auto mechanicals in the sector are active and are on patrol. Log. Target protocol updated by unknown user. Do you wish to modify? Can I revert the targeting? Acknowledge. Auto mechanical targeting protocol reverted. Do you wish to write this command to cartridge? Write to cartridge. Recent activity log. Warning. Auto mechanicals accessed by unknown user. Targeting protocol reverted to default station security measures. Protocol written to cartridge. Cartridge ejected. All right. So I don't know if we can make this or not. Yep. Okay, we can. I don't know if we needed to. I don't know if we needed to do this or not, but we're over here. Well, we had a sniper rifle in there. That's pretty sweet. I mean, we already have, like, a couple of sniper rifles, I think. Okay, there's nothing that really there. Alright, so we need a fuse. Wait, did we need a fuse for this? I'm not sure exactly what we're doing here. Those sound like some seriously high tension wires up there. All right, let's grab our in-scanner. Okay, there's a mechanical on there and there.
Damn. The Vries team must have gotten to these mechs first. I don't favor fighting on two fronts, but it's not looking like we have another choice.
All right, let's see here. Well, I mean, yeah, we have both the override codes and the
choice.
And that, so. All right. All right, so yeah, they are no longer like, oh hey, we are helping the bad guys. Now, are they still going to target us?
Processing anomalous data.
Yes, they are.
Give the order and I'll take care of them, Commander.
Right. So see, while we did still have to fight them, we didn't have to fight them and the saboteurs. Basically, we let those two fight it out, and then we'll just deal with whoever's left.
Disturbance detected. Source uncertain. Cause unknown. Resetting.
Sneak attack, bitch. All right. Oh, okay.
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
Yes,
All right. We'll
have
have a
taken
fuse.
somewhat of a turn. After the Protectorate destroyed their own relay out of madness, we have seen little resistance to our residents.
Well, we welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed.
All right. Nobody here. Good. So we could take that across. Or it looks like we can go under here. All right, fan hazards. Massive blades with the massive blades of certain fans will make quick work of even the toughest Earth Directorate agent. However, with skillful use of your tactical time dilation gadgets, you may be able to slip through unscathed. May be able to. I'm. You mean like this? Remove this fuse? I don't know why. Oh, it just opens the door.
Let us turn our attentions once more to Golden Ridge. I am grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on Outpost Opportunity, but many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data, then. The true culprit of the attack was a proctor named Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostages yet live, this crime happened under your purview.
I would remind you that these innocents survived because of our quick and accurate analysis of the situation. Do not appreciate insinuation.
And a freelancer, thank you.
On our watch. Chances are high that any erratic variable is a result of your people's meddling in our affairs.
Ridiculous. Next you'll be claiming we're to blame for all of your past failures. Why, the mere prediction of our arrival.
All right. Let's take a look at the scanner, see what we've got through here. We have one automechanical.
According to my analysis prior to this meeting, enough goodwill exists between our parties to suggest a high chance of success should a treaty or alliance be agreed upon.
Treaty? As in a contract? Goodness, there's no need to rush into such formalities, Vicar. Especially when so much is yet to be discussed.
Praise be.
All right, what do you got? You have, an advanced decryption key, thank you. Black Hat drains 80% increases our toxicity drain rate. Also gain an increased critical hit against automechanicals. Not bad, not bad. I will take your maglock picks and stuff. Why not? We'll take that as well. What appears to be a makeshift weapons workbench with a toolkit containing miscellaneous parts for mods. The mods appear mostly assembled, however, only enough for the final component to complete one of them. Machine gun, explosive round, shock cannon, biomass converter, or triple blade plasma blade. It really doesn't matter. Wow, you are very secure, sir. You are incredibly secure. Take the ammo, of course. And cards. Nice. Pitchball card, which gives us 5 maximum of increases our max health by 5. Alright, yeah, but I really don't want to go spending the money there, thank you. We should probably heal up. Heal up and get 2 extra charges for our combat inhaler. Which hopefully we won't really need because we've got our emergency healer with us.
Yeah, that's a lot of supplies left unattended. Could be worth a quick look over. Yeah.
Scrap metal, vaulted chips, burst assault rifle. Guys, don't stand right in front of me. What are you? All right, important announcement. Right. I commend you all for seeking clarification on the decommissioning process. A wise subject is wise to ask questions. You are to package any items in the utility repository that is not deprecated and ready it for export. The majority of the arachnid mines, specifically, are to be shipped to Cloister and to bolster maintenance on the archive. However, several select units are to remain behind and receive a device installation. To test a new security measure, I am told. Please speak to Mechanist DeSoto if you wish to know specifics. In the matriarch's name, blah, blah, blah. Praise be the almighty matriarch. All right.
Yeah.
I've gained access to the maintenance? Oh, okay. Is that just where I am? Oh, okay, so I get it now. So the one of these that we fiddled with and made an improvised fuse, that was to get that first elevator across running. Gotcha. Okay.
Something tells me we ain't alone here.
Something tells me you didn't get exactly an English degree. Ooh, pitch ball card. +1 to damage, +1% to damage. Nice. If I can do more damage, yes, I will appreciate it. Those are not active robots. I don't see anybody. Door is barred shut. Of course it is. Alright, so if we could get in there. I mean, there's a big door there, right? So we wouldn't need to use the fan. All right. Our hub, the hub powers local automechanical bays with the proper code. Deployment can be fully disabled. Override codes. You use the cartridge to disable all the automechanical bays. Good. That will make things a whole lot easier for us because now they can't call in automechanical help. Alright, and there are enemies in the area. They appear to be out here. Door's barred. Again, we can't get through the glass. So I'm thinking we're gonna need to get up there. Oh, maybe we should take the stairs.
Another
Looks like a fight.
You'll go no further into this. I can hear you.
You guys really gotta up your game on sniping, okay? I'm just gonna say it. You guys really are kind of lacking. Oh, okay. I see how we need it. All right. Do we need this fuse? I don't know what this does. But we can drop down here. Insert a fuse here. What does this do? Oh. It does something. Bar and open the door.
Back in business.
Have you given up? What are you doing down there?
The idea is to kill them before you die.
I can hear you.
Alright, let's eat. We'll come over here. We'll take this fuse from here. Come on now. There we go. Alright. And we'll plug that fuse into here.
Yeah.
Have you given up?
Lift me up. I'd do it for you.
Ally slain. Grief duly noted.
One elevator ride away from having the Vries in our crosshairs. Finally.
All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and just pump it into our lock picking. Because our sneak is on point right now. Let's see here. What do we have? We have scrapper. We have makeshift armor. Deep drums. That was the one that I was kind of thinking about before. So now we can actually, instead of 30, we can get 45. How did these guys keep coming back? Like, oh, they weren't. These are just, they got fresh recruits every damn time we came up here. Through here. Oh, just a Sprat. Okay. Hello, Mr. Sprat. All right. Broadcast records. July 23-27. Video and intercom systems enabled for the Sovereign's annual address. January 2341, intercom systems enabled to commence decommission procedures, broadcasting throughout all stations complete. November 2361, video and intercom systems enabled for reason undisclosed. Broadcasting throughout the station still in progress. The Sovereign announces the creation of the Vox Initiative and how it will serve the people well for centuries to come. The Sovereign thanks the Order of the Ascendant for their steadfast and thorough research, promising great scientific advancements in the years to come. Finally, the Sovereign announces the birth of his first child, Henry. The Sovereign trusts everyone will embrace his son as their beloved leader when the time is right. Important, before this address is broadcast to Arcadian subjects, all footage must be edited and submitted to the Office of the Consul for approval. The designated editor has specifically been advised to elaborate on the Sovereign's language regarding his son. Affectionate words inspire affection in kind. Reflection on progress? As the decommissioning process winds down here at Grand Terminal Substation, I can't help but look about and reminisce on all that was done here. We've made significant technological strides here, as you have been so generous to point out in your many visits. My hope is that our research will prove abundantly fruitful as the Vox program is initiated. With the final sign-off and toast to the matriarch, allow me to say that delivering your good word, my dear Sovereign, to the people of Arcadia has been the greatest honor of my life. Wow, you are a kiss-ass. All right. Yeah, there's nothing else we can do here. It's hard to sneak out of an elevator.
Fine. I suppose we can entertain a tentative agreement. I hereby agree that both of our parties will lay down their arms. For now.
I am pleased to hear it. There is no need for senseless bloodshed when we may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off, but we might consider the hierarchy between our parties should we wish to proceed with a merger, an alliance.
No, we wouldn't want any unseemly squabbles over power. Especially when presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people.
Foresight does not win wars. A military's might does. Our very own Officer Carr has proven that, exploiting weaknesses in the Protectorate to great effect. Do you have such guile?
So you think that your people should rule? I don't wish to denigrate your military's knowledge here, but Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadian...
Law, there they are. Right out in the open. Best speed this up. We can't have got Law before Vries goes through with her plan.
Who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's mercy.
Yet he struggled to feed and house them properly. The poor man was clearly overwhelmed if he couldn't see his right hand was actively undermining him, even with his data.
Meanwhile, Auntie's Choice has done little to alleviate the refugee crisis it helped create. Indeed, my projections may be accurate. You are more interested in what you can steal.
Dear Vicar, you are not yourself. Perhaps Auntie and your bishop should continue these talks. We'd be happy hosts. We do enjoy dazzling guests with a tour of our stolen artifacts.
There is only a 14% chance that you are jesting. No. If anyone in Arcadia is fit to host such discussions, it is presiding Bishop Bassar. Anyone else would be an insult.
Let's do a quick save here.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Ibarra, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to
Great.
see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why.
Didn't you get our message from the wait a second. Don't talk to him like that. We're both here for one reason, to stop you.
Oh, and once you stop me, will you stop speaking for him too? I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late.
So you're killing them for the greater good. Again, you really need new material. Nobody needs to die here.
Do you now fancy yourself a hero? Just because you saved the hostages in the monastery and gave me a slight advantage? An easy choice compared to the one I was forced to make. It was the Seers who came to me back then. They showed me their data, proving that the Protectorate's rift experiments would lead to our galaxy's destruction. I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came to pass, I knew I had to act. I had to destroy Horizon Point and its research to prevent annihilation.
That's... Law! Augustine, you could have told us what you were planning instead of letting us blunder into a trap.
No, I couldn't have. Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to avert a far worse disaster. By any means.
Didn't you ever consider that the Order may have gotten it wrong?
No. I saw their models.
You
The
can't
Protectorate
calculate
and all
everything.
their ignorance would have torn the galaxy asunder in pursuit of their matriarch's dream. Fascists are nothing if not predictable.
Even if that's true, you didn't have to betray and murder us in the process.
You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the Seers had predicted that you and your team would perish in the process regardless. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. But all I could think of was the cost I was being asked to pay to ensure the mission's success, and I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started.
If our presence puts your mission at risk, you could have turned us... Well... It would have been easier on everyone if you admitted to the brain being right. Well, I mean, she is kind of brainwashed. No, you've done enough. You're why the colony's at war and the giant rift is in front of us.
And yet it's nothing compared to the utter and complete destruction that would have come to pass. No, I did the right thing at Horizon Point, despite the cost. I had to sit with too many unanswered questions after the mission. It eventually forced me to find a way to fix the rifts. If only to stop the thoughts that plagued me. I learned of a prototype rift modulator in a lab on Praetor. I brought down the Earth Directorate satellite for its rift data. These are the keys to controlling the rifts, I know it. The Order alone should have this power. They can be trusted to close the rifts. But if they share this knowledge with Auntie's Choice, the entire galaxy's existence will be at risk. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Enough! Just... enough, Augustine. I can't listen to any more of these excuses. I got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander.
Violence is a last resort now, not the first.
How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. She's showing us again right now.
You told me 10 years ago that you wanted to repay her for saving you. That just talk?
No, it wasn't just talk, but I never thought she'd turn into this. Fine. I'll follow your lead. Just don't ask me to forgive her, Commander. It ain't in me. That after all she's done.
It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the Order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse.
There's one other way to help the Order, you just haven't considered it yet.
Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself.
The delegates won't stop anything. Negotiations are on the right path. The Order will only rely on Auntie's Choice for as long as they're as necessary. Then they'll discard them. The Order is stronger than you give them credit for. A temporary alliance won't corrupt them. I mean, technically, yeah.
Even if the circumstances for peace are right, surely their envoys' untimely deaths will put fear into them. If I can do anything to put doubt in either faction's mind, I'll do it. You were an Earth Directorate agent once. You understand the need to be thorough. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. I don't belong here. And the Earth Directorate's nothing more than a memory. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet.
Not true. Your friend Savannah believes in you. She says that you deserve a second chance.
Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. Sometimes I thought her a fool for putting such faith in me. But if she still does, maybe. No, it doesn't matter. You should hate me for what I've done to you, to your crew. You can't possibly wish for me to live.
I believe you can redeem yourself, make things right again.
Do you actually? I want nothing more than that, but I just didn't understand there was another path I could take. Not until this moment. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the delegates, and I will stand down. But there's more you should know. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it contains the Rift data gathered from every system they monitor. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype Rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved.
Why are you trusting me with this?
Because, whether you believe it or not, you are the picture of an Earth Directorate agent. Competent, resourceful, tenacious.
Well, I do my best. I guess cutthroat, conniving, and dangerous aren't in the Earth Directorate's lexicon.
You always were skilled at cutting through the chaff, Commander. It's part of what makes you so effective. As for me, I've reached the limit of what I can do here. But you can still save us. And that cartridge will at least give you a head start. There's also a high-priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. I was unable to decrypt it, but you certainly have the means to do so on your ship. It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the information it contains is still relevant. Here, it's yours. May the numbers guide you, Commander. Wait, what in the void is that?
That is a rift. Oh, boy. That's not good. That's not good. So we at least talked to Vries down. Oh,
Station's not gonna hold up against that rip for long. We need to get back to the incognito now.
Follow me, quick!
Follow you. Where are you? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, maybe jumping. Can you give us a bit of a point where it's like, you jump a little bit, not just like, sail. Like, fucking Christ. Like, I was just wanting to jump down onto the next platform below me, but not land in the fire. Not like,
Station's not going to hold up against that rip for long. We need to get back to the incognito now.
All right. Well, let me...
Follow me, quick!
All right, there she is. Good gods. This is all kinds of convenient, I guess.
Shit! That rift's expanding! Pick up the pace!
Yeah, I'm going as fast as I can, okay? Reinforced conviction with coffee? Okay, well that's fun. Yeah.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines.
Wow, I like the sound of that.
The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations.
Anything about mission objectives?
I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms De Vries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose.
That sounds tricky. Any chance we can get help from the Order or Auntie's Choice?
Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters.
What would be the benefit of working with one faction over the other?
The Order of the Ascendant are concerned with the elevation of humanity. While lacking experience and governance, they would be fair partners and open to reasonable solutions. Auntie's Choice has the firepower to more easily succeed in battle and greater experience in management. They would likely be receptive to a free agent such as yourself. Whoever you assist will be better positioned to take control of the archive, and by extension, the entire colony. Careful consideration is warranted. There is also one other, less likely option: persuading the two factions to work together. The
I like that
delegates
one.
you helped save may be able to help facilitate this.
Thanks for the information. I'll think about it.
Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander?
If you need zero time dealing with this risk, if we get that modulator from Praetor.
Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal.
Tell me what they say.
Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed and Valuable Disposable Agent Program. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, Auntie Cleo. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the astrogator to navigate there at any time.
Oh, okay then.
Commander, word. What happened back there? We had her cornered, bullets chambered, justice within reach, and you just let her go? What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to trust you the next time a tough choice has to be made?
I thought we had more trust between us. I didn't spare her to hurt you. I mean, I wasn't about to kill her in cold blood after convincing her to stand down.
That sort of thinking never would have slowed Vries on the draw.
As Earth Directorate agents, we should always seek peaceful resolution when we can.
Mercy's a fine concept, but I'm not convinced everyone deserves it. Just hope we don't come to regret our stayed hand. I'm gonna need time to muddle through all this, so let's just end things there, for now.
All right, so let's head to Praetor. This is the moon, I think, that is like constantly in darkness. So yeah, he's a little salty at us, but I don't...
Short-range transmission just came in from Zeb. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the Tomb of the Matriarch, here on Praetor. It's where the Matriarch and First Sovereign are buried, supposedly.
Did he provide any more details than that?
Zeb left out the mission parameters. Probably worried his message might be intercepted. Not unfounded, given the protectorate presence on Praetor. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Anyway, I'd really like to go. If there's time.
Of course, Niles, we'll make it a priority.
Much obliged. The sooner we can rendezvous at the tomb, the better. Got the sense that whatever's going down, it's happening now.
Actually, we should probably look at our companions and pick out their next traits for all of them. Strength supplement mode. Valerie will fire a syringe containing a powerful stimulant at you when in melee range of an enemy, healing you for a small amount and temporarily increasing your melee damage and movement speed. Has cooldown between uses. Or we have Fortitude supplement module. You'll fire a syringe containing a powerful drug at you when suffering a hostile effect, immediately clearing all hostile status effects and healing you for a small amount. Yes, we will take that one, thank you. Not much of a melee build. Inez, you can medical graft research. Inez improves her restorative ability of her companion ability. Depending on which graft she has, the effect of this perk are different. If she has the Raptidon graft, the healing mists placed via her ability clings to friendlies, continuing to heal them after leaving the mist. Okay, and I think that's the one that we gave her. Or we could do with a lethal graft. Inez improves her lethality of her companion ability, depending on which graft she has. If the Raptidon is graft, the healing mist placed via her ability now grant heightened accuracy and damage for party members in the area. Yes. Christian, you can Zeranium regeneration. While Tristan is exposed to Zeranium, he rapidly regenerates health. 0.25% every 0.5 seconds, or Zeranium energy when he's around Zeranium. His companion ability recharges. Let's heal him when he's surrounded by Zeranium. And Aza, I don't know. While she's in the party, disabling mines gives you crafting material, or assisted takedown as increases the damage dealt by your stealth attack when she's in the party. I'll take that one. All right. And we'll take Niles and Aza. Why not? Aza? Aza? I still don't know. Most of the names are like, it's like, wait, which way does that go? Where do I put the emphasis? Right, we can't sprint or slide when we're stuck in webs. Well, duh. Yeah, I don't think taking Tristan would be... Well, I mean, maybe if we wind up talking with some of the Protectorate and be like, hey, you know, we have one of your judges here. Light armor is most effective against slow, high-damage weapons like sniper rifles due to their high evasion.
Turn your lamps on that building over there. Reckon that's where we'll be able to get our hands on the rift modulator.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the Automech factory.
All right. But we also have... We'll meet with Zeb first. Yeah, this is kind of a freaky looking place. Raptidons. So yeah, just about everything here glows because the planet never gets actual, like, direct sunlight. All right, so yeah, if we just follow this around, we'll be good. Here you stand, dear subject, on the first step of your journey. You are far from your destination, but your path is clear and your resolve is unwavering. If the matriarch could open the heavens to humanity with the glorious gift of her skip drive, then surely you can walk her symbolic path without fear. Take the briefest of moments and reflect on the discovery of the skip drive. Internalize the surety it took for the matriarch to take her creation and use it to cast herself and the first crew into the void, knowing without doubt that the only acceptable outcome of the journey would be the creation of the most perfect of societies, the Protectorate. Right, so you're just like... You're just... This seems like a pilgrim's journey, which is just fantastic. Right, that's right. They did say that there was like constant lightning. I'm guessing there's going to be a few of those that it's like, oh yes, walk the pilgrim's path. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't been like bothered on this path. Like, I was expecting like, oh, hey, if you're gonna walk down the street, you gotta expect to be, you know, somebody to try and come up and mug you or something. Like, but no, they're just like, everybody's just like, nah, we'll chill. That does remind me. I wanted to take a look. What was the simplifier? All right, uses heavy rounds at 63 damage per second, so it is better than the Oracle even. Pinpoint Assassin has near perfect accuracy, has no fall off point for bullet damage by range, has a custom modular scope with variable zoom range. Toggle the quick melee while in ADS. That's interesting. I mean, it's not as strong as it doesn't do as much DPS, but it does do more per bullet. All right, what is, I don't know what the, let's take a look at the key bindings. What is the quick melee? Quick melee is T. Or, oh, okay, or this button. So if we say here, ah, okay. Oh, wow, yeah, that really brings in. So all right, you would take it down to half. You would take 730. Oh, okay, yeah, you will do much better. All right, so this is the better rifle. Not surprising. Now, can we put a silencer on it? That's my question. Can we put a silencer on it? Dear subject, you are now adrift in the darkness, your path unseeable, your fear understandable, but your feelings are an affront to the glory that is the matriarch's achievement. This is the Shrine of the Void. It represents the smallest reflection of the almost incalculable distance between the matriarch's departure from Earth and her arrival in the Arcadian system. The void was vast and unknowable, with dangers beyond your feeble imaginings. But how can you falter here, facing such an inadequate copy, when our beloved matriarch took her crew and the future of humanity through this darkness without hesitation? Do not falter. Instead, steel your heart with thoughts of what she overcame. Trust in her indomitable willpower, and you will surely find your way to the final shrine. Take a brief moment to reflect on the incalculable effort the matriarch put into bringing your forefathers here to give them a better life free of tyranny. Are you guys gonna be? You guys are like seem to be really okay with us walking around. Oh yeah, you guys are just like
whatever that was. Doesn't sound like anything I'd like to meet up close.
Yeah, but we're kind of it seems like we might be walking towards whatever it is. So okay, so the juveniles are like, "Hey, we're not big enough to fight you. We're kind of scared." Like, all right, cool. I'm not gonna push you into a fight. If you don't fight, if you're not aggressive to me, I'm not gonna be aggressive to you. I mean, unless somebody pays me a shit ton of money to bring your hides in which case, you know, I'm gonna fuck you up. Why is there a grate on the floor, on the ground there? Okay, now I know which button it actually is. At last, dear subject, you have arrived at the Shrine of Arcadia. Your path is nearly complete. Cast your eyes forward into the formless light. Think on what the matriarch and her first crew felt the moment that light, the rays of Arcadia's sun, and overwhelmed their senses. Even as you shield your eyes from the light of the even as you shield your eyes from the light of the future, think of the first colonists doing the same. All but our matriarch. Her gaze was resolute, the future already solid in her thoughts. An unshakable vision built upon iron-hard resolve. You've come so far, but like those first subjects, your work is far from done. Those subjects founded an entire system and gave form to the matriarch's vision, but none of them ever got the gift she had given them. Ever forgot the gift that she had given them. The gift of creating her future. Your last few steps to the tomb of our beloved matriarch are a minuscule expenditure of effort by comparison, but make them with the same conviction the first crews possessed. Why is there always like a, hey, walk this path? Walk the path of the great. Okay.
In the nick of time, as always.
Your arrival could not be more timely. After the events of Paradise Island, I could think of no one more suited to conduct a surgical strike of this nature. I'm, glad to see you again as well, Niles.
Gotta say you had me worried. The message you sent sounded serious.
Then I composed it accurately. To the task at hand. We are standing before the tomb of the matriarch. Few are invited to tour its halls, and even fewer know of its greatest secret.
Right, and I guess you're one of the few? Yeah, Niles told me the tomb is where the matriarch and first sovereign are buried.
For any subject, visiting the matriarch and first sovereign's resting place is the pinnacle of empty social achievement. But the tomb's corpses are its least important feature. The intelligence my friends risked all to acquire revealed a vault in its lowest level containing the matriarch's body of work, hidden from the public. Who knows what technologies the Protectorate is withholding? If the matriarch was the genius she's purported to be, the skip drive cannot be the entirety of her inventions.
Good point. Not that it's surprising the Protectorate is keeping secrets from its people. But, you know, yeah, shouldn't this place have more security?
We'll certainly face more resistance inside, but rest assured, I'm prepared for the majority of the complications we might encounter. Whatever technological advancements may be sequestered here, the goal is almost certainly to keep the populace of Arcadia subservient to the pernicious whims of its governing body. But not for much longer. We are going to liberate any and all of the Matriarch's research, whatever it may be, and distribute it to the people.
Sounds straightforward enough.
Reaching the vaults will be no simple task. There are likely to be unforeseen security measures to contend with, though hopefully nothing too obstructive. We must first gain entry to the security room, however. Once there, I should be able to access more information about the lower level's layout and potential hazards.
Niles, what do you make of the plan?
I can see a half-dozen points of failure, but bad odds ain't ever stopped us before.
Glad we're operating under the same understanding. We're unlikely to have another chance like this. We must follow through now that we've made the opening. Which also means, once inside, we cannot leave until it's done.
Where's the rest of your subversive friends? I expected Audra to be... Audra here at least.
The Consul is incensed about the death of one of his own. He sent sentinels to hunt Audra down. I tried to help her hide, but they found her anyway. They tortured her for the locations of the other members of our cell. They're all gone now, dead. I alone am left to complete our mission.
This isn't the outcome we
What
wanted.
the commander said. We thought we were doing the right thing.
I will not pretend it isn't a blow, but what's done is done. There will be time to grieve once the Protectorate is dead and buried.
No sense waiting. Let's do this. You know, it sounds pretty dangerous. Maybe you should stay here.
Slim chance of that. I'll not assign a task to others that I'm unwilling to undertake myself.
Color me surprised.
Well,
after you.
Let's get going then. I do like this as far as a sniper rifle, though. It is really nice. The Tomb of the Matriarch.
Stay close and keep silent. The less attention we draw, the better.
And woven from homespun textiles and energy-absorbent materials, the Golden Shroud projects an aura of opulent indestructibility. It was tailored to fit the first sovereign's perfect frame and remain redolent in his reassuring musk. Okay.
By the Matriarch, there weren't supposed to be visitors today. That Sentinel and Docent are gonna put splinters in our plan if they're not dealt with.
You hang back here. The commander and I'll take care of this.
Gladly. I'll rejoin you once the path is clear.
Warning, this panel is for testing automated security functions and should never be activated while guests are in the casket. These rules may not apply if extrajudicial execution becomes necessary during a tour.
Clear.
Whoa, to have the matriarch taken from us before her time.
Actually, the matriarch passed the impressive and venerable age of 90, establishing Arcadia's precedent for longevity.
Matriarch's logs. Okay. What's this? Bypass. Oh, hack 9. Jeez. All right. Yeah, all of this has seen better days. Down here, yes, there is.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
I think we're good as far as distractions go. These are just the bathrooms. Ooh. Okay, why are you taking black powder into the frickin' bathrooms? I have a lot of questions as far as that goes.
Unfriendly company. They're mine.
It has been 10 minutes. Perhaps you...
Invasive element.
Taken care of? Continue. Wait there. I'll come to you.
Alright, so we got an override key?
All handled. My turn.
Golden Shroud display key.
There should be a hidden entrance.
Come to Papa, baby. Good enhancing materials and fortune's favor. All right. So let's see here. Fortune's favor, gain an additional 30% damage resistance, increasing further with your speech skill. However, when you receive damage, you lose half the damage total in bits. Has no effect while you are out of bits. Grid enhancing materials, 20% chance to ignore incoming attacks while below 50% health. Okay, that sounds great, but my God, like just... Yeah, part of your health just comes away in,
the security
in
room
money.
that we need to reach is nearby. You should be able to disable that energy barrier from there.
Who goes? No one is alive. Ah, I see you have come armed. Intruders, then. I suppose you intend to extract my surrender through means most lurid and foul.
Damn, the head curator. I had hoped to slip in before his shift, but no matter. We cannot allow him to leave and raise the alarm. He must be dispatched, quickly.
Whoa!
How's that now?
Now hold on. I know we had to kill that fella with the Sentinel, but this man's unarmed. He's already surrendered.
Niles is right. We're Earth Protectorate agents, not cold-blooded murderers. Though, you know, cold-blooded murder isn't exactly, you know, against my...
I rather think that line has some blurry distinction.
How much of a fuss could this one fella cause, really? Come on, Zeb. No need to cut any bellies over maybes and ifs.
Please, if secrecy's your concern, you may rely upon me to be the utmost spirit of discretion. I have never betrayed a confidence in my life.
Allowing him to leave would be a grave error of mercy, one we can ill afford in this place.
As if you've got a string. Maybe we should hear the man out before deciding his fate.
Yes, right. I have a family. Well, no, not as yet, but one day. I swear, on my love of the Sovereign, let me leave and I will breathe not a word of your presence here.
Do not allow these crabbled tears to fool you. This is all a performance. No true subject of the Protectorate would yield so easily. We're wasting time. This man is an instrument of empire, perpetuating the tyrant's lies. And were our positions reversed, he would not hesitate to execute us, or worse, send us to mental refreshment.
I'm kin to the risks, Zeb.
Are you? Can you even fathom the indignity of having your every thought scrutinized and scored and made perfect? My sister was made into a shadow. I endured daily sessions with the lathe of particularity and still find myself policing my own mind for untoward proclivities and inclinations.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Zeb, but we need to be better than the Protectorate.
The commander's right. This man didn't put you in the lathe, Zeb. He's just trapped in the system, same as everyone else.
I never have possessed immunity against your pleading. Fine, you're free to leave. Do not repay this kindness with treachery.
You are merciful and wise. I will depart at once.
Let's hope the consequences of this decision do not assert themselves while we're still here. You and Niall should turn off the power to the security barrier and make your way to the vault. I'll remain here and guide you as best I can through the labyrinth. No turning back now.
I'm surprised that Asa didn't have something to say about that. Like, oh, come on. White chocolate. Yummy. All right. Trauma kits are always useful. Black powder. All right. And some soda. He likes the soda. All right. So power's off.
No going back from here. Not until we've done what we came here to.
Hold! Don't set foot in that room. The schematics on this console indicate this place is defended by all manner of traps. One moment. Yes. It appears there are N-ray tripwires, invisible to the naked eye, that will electrify the floors if crossed. Move cautiously. And if you have any gadgets that might help, I suggest using them.
You do, as a matter of fact. All right. All right. After wading through the lengthy preamble, okay, to the most esteemed Secretary General of Earth Directorate, felicitations on your recent ascendancy to the head of the Earth Directorate. I can only assume it was merited by your accomplishments and not, as some have crudely whispered into my ear, nepotism. I trust you have been briefed on our agreement and will continue to uphold it with the same diligence as your predecessor. So long as the Earth Directorate respects our sovereignty, it will remain a valued partner of Arcadia and recipient of its unique bounty. May this missive reach you in strong health and thorough reserve. All right. Thank you. All right.
Over here, Commander. Reckon I found something that might be useful later.
Okay. All right. That is good. What's that? What do you got?
Have a look, Commander. With a little elbow grease and some inadvisable engineering, reckon I can finagle these components into a fine explosive gel. Who knows? Could come in handy.
You got good instincts. Trust them more often.
Just doing my part. But thanks for the vote of confidence, Commander. Let's keep on. I'll continue tinkering on this in the meantime, see what I can come up with.
Right. Okay, so we need to crouch down through here.
In spite of substantial efforts to prolong his life, my father's condition continues to deteriorate, both physically and mentally. It has been difficult to observe. His latest effort would see him entombed within an automechanical body. I objected, of course, to my father becoming some chimera of machine and man, but was overruled. Now the Order informs me that, far from being a panacea, this attempt has exacted a toll on my father that is likely to finish when time and disease have already begun. I may soon be sovereign. And if that bears out, I will need to hide all of this. Burn all of my father's research into longevity.
Must be a
Seal
way to
his
suss out
automech
which
body
switch
away at
is
the factory.
which.
What grief I will inherit.
Maybe if we could peep the
What
wire.
mess.
All right, so 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 3, 2. All right.
First try. Well, I'll not lament a stroke of good fortune.
Does that seem a little off to you, Commander?
You know better than I do. What do you think?
I think he's starting to worry me. That business with the curator. I'm glad Zeb stood down, but it was close. Never seen him so eager for bloodletting before. He's changed. Ain't sure for the better.
This is why Arcadia needs agents like us. The good folk don't have to resort to evil.
I know you're right. Suppose part of me still feels responsible for what he's gone through. If only I stuck it out, maybe then, well, no use stewing. We've still got a vault to break into and tyrannical government to topple.
Damn right.
By my grandmother, I cannot abide the time this research into the rifts is taking. It has been years, and yet I am still absent my wife and daughter. I am still half whole. The researchers swear it's possible to bring them back from the void. Perhaps those are only pretty lies intended to pacify me, but I trust Dr. Hurley to tell me the truth. I know the Consul wishes me to give up this obsession and focus on the war effort, but why should I? Am I not sovereign of Arcadia? Should my desires not take priority?
I'm certain I can diagnose the issue. Now that you've cleared the way, I'll come down and join you.
I might have something else that can get you into that vault, Commander.
All right, what you got?
Remember those components I found?
Yeah.
I was able to turn them into something halfway useful after all.
Well, that's
this gel
good.
should get us through that vault door. Turns out you were right about trusting my instincts.
Good. I never doubted you for a minute.
You take the honors, Commander. I'll be right behind you.
Oh, God.
No, careful. I was hoping for a more subtle incursion, but no matter.
Am I running hot, or was that a hint of worry I heard in your voice back there?
Alas, I neglected to pack a thermometer. This terminal should allow me to retrieve.
This appears to be a selection from the first bishop's writings deemed too incendiary by the Protectorate and purged from all public records. Written near the end of his life, the first bishop lamented the direction Arcadia had taken, especially since the matriarch's death and his role in establishing the order as bulwark against dissident. The last few lines read, "The numbers support our argument, but what if our original thesis was wrong?"
Retrieve all the information stored here.
Following excerpt is from the personal journal of the matriarch. Would that I had never been forced to rely on an heir to secure my legacy. With each passing day, Reuben strengthens my conviction at what a mistake it was to give him life, and, more than that, power. Since becoming sovereign, he has tightened his fist around this colony, throttling my dreams for it. He is rewriting history, bending facts to his own purposes. My warnings and rebukes land on him as flies, and are just as easily dismissed. I am too old now, too powerless, and more full of dread for Arcadia's future than ever before. My poor, beloved Protectorate, I fear it is on the threshold of becoming nearly unrecognizable, even to its own mother.
This cannot
Conflict
be right.
commencement
save the
compensator.
Designs for the skip drive. Not even initial concepts. 10 years in Arcadia and the matriarch invented nothing? And what's this about a deal with the Earth Directorate? We need to talk. Now.
Times of darkness. We must hold our principles dear. I fear the longer this war continues, the further we stray from them. Every step we take must honor the matriarch. I tell Henry this, but he is set in his ways. His notions regarding these rifts are sorely misguided. Why close them when we can use them to Arcadia's benefit? It matters not what the Order thinks, what the Doubters say. The Architect bestowed us with the power of skip drives so that we may secure a perfect future. We must act with haste. I only ever wished for Henry to embrace his role as the caretaker of Arcadia, the savior of us all. But if he has chosen a different path, I will do as I must. And I must not fail.
All right, so you want to talk.
I knew the Protectorate festered with lies, but I had no idea the Earth Directorate was complicit. Niles, did you know?
Slow up, Zeb. What are you talking about?
It says your agency struck an agreement with the matriarch over a century ago. In exchange for skip drives, Arcadia was allowed to completely govern itself with absolutely no outside interference, including from the Earth Directorate.
I would explain the message I found between the matriarch and the Earth Directorate.
What message? Why didn't you say anything about it sooner?
If this information is true, then the Earth Directorate permitted the matriarch to create a colony filled with her vassals, enslaved to her will. Everything Arcadia is, all of the suffering that's taken place here, it all could have been avoided. Things could have been different.
We can change things. Isn't that why we're here?
There's more. The skip drive schematics are here. How the explosive safeguards against tampering work. Its evolution over time. But no original concepts, no sketches. Nothing. Our dear matriarch is a fraud. A cheat. She did not invent the skip drive. There are messages here between her and the First Sovereign that all but confirm it. I thought I might find some technological innovation that could be handed to the Protectorate's enemies. But this is almost better.
I hope you're not thinking of releasing the skip drive blueprints to the public.
By releasing this information, we can thoroughly crush the image the Protectorate has been built upon. The Sovereign will be revealed as the unclothed emperor he is, and demolish Arcadia's myth of superiority. If we administer truth to the people, their strength will return. Erstwhile, giving the skip drive designs to the Protectorate's enemies will even the fight. their technological prowess will be made into nothing. Everything will come apart.
That's a terrible idea. The skip drives are what's causing the rifts.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Not to mention how this agreement with the Protectorate will completely destroy the Earth Directorate's reputation.
I was not aware of such a connection between rifts and the skip drives. But I have confidence the Order will figure out a solution. Science is their theater, after all. As for the Earth Directorate, don't you see? This frees them from any obligation to the Protectorate. They'll be able to manufacture skip drives themselves. The deal will be voided.
I'm still undecided. Niles, what do you think?
It's worth holding the Earth Directorate's feet to the fire for this deal, but I don't think the entire organization should be judged by its worst decision. It's done a lot of good, too. Plus, making the skip drive tech available, that's like throwing a lit match into a fuel converter. Can't think of a worse idea right now.
Do you think the Protectorate stand around debating the potential for injury? No. They act, and so must we. Damn the consequences.
Look, this was a good idea, but I don't think it's working out. We should cut our losses.
And should I refuse to leave empty-handed? What then?
I'll be forced to stop you by whatever means necessary. I really don't want to do that.
Whoa. Put the brakes on, Commander. I'm sure Zeb can be reasoned with. I know you're aiming to do the most good for the most amount of people, Zeb, but sowing chaos ain't the way.
Do you know how many of my friends died so we could reach this point? Audra and the others, tortured and hunted down like animals. And you would have me what? Give up now on the cusp of victory? Lay bare my throat for the Protectorate machine to cut?
I'll let
you
Niles
remember what we
this.
argued about the day before I left?
I've replayed it in my mind many times.
A lot's changed, but that hasn't. Life in Arcadia could be just like we dreamed it. But there's no future if you go through with this. Not for anyone.
Out of respect for my friend, I will forestall the release of this information and seek another avenue to help liberate the people of Arcadia.
Glad we were able to see reason. I was worried for a minute
I'll
there.
remain here for a while longer to cover our tracks. The Protectorate will discover the break-in, but hopefully never learn more specifics of what we did and found.
Guess this is goodbye.
Only for now. If we both come out of this war intact, I'll find you. If you wish to be found, of course.
I want to talk it over with the commander, but yeah, maybe we can work something out.
All right, we have avoided a lot of meaningless deaths. Advanced decryption key. I know, you're probably really upset, aren't you, Ace? Anything else up here? Nope, just up the fence then. All right.
There they are. These are the ruffians who threatened me.
Slay them at once. Ammunition depleted.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
drive us in. Missing my firearm. Seeking cover.
Look at him. Still caught slow, Commander.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Damn it. Zeb was right. You never should have let that curator go. We could have prevented this. What is it?
Let's talk Boomer out of here. But yeah, we could have avoided it just by killing him, sure, but I mean, we didn't know how things were going to play out, and I still don't regret my choice. All right, and we can go ahead and bump our lock picking up to 12. Oh, good God. It's really 14? Fuck you. There we go. All right. So yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, yeah, the choice may come back to bite you in the ass, but you have to make the choice that you feel is right.
Don't even know where to start with everything that happened in there. At least we were able to talk Zeb out of his plan to release everything we uncovered. I'm all for sowing chaos in the Protectorate, but that kind of information is liable to do more harm than good in the wrong hands.
How do you feel about the Earth Directorate now that you know the truth?
I expect backroom dealing from unregulated corporations, not from the only agency keeping them in check. The Earth Directorate should be better than that.
I know, it's disappointing.
Permission to speak candid, Commander.
Granted.
Strange as it sounds, this whole experience with Zeb has helped me finally understand the position Augustine was in. Back at Horizon Point, ain't easy having to decide between your allies and protecting untold innocents.
Life's full of impossible choices.
It's the damnedest thing. In spite of everything, I find myself relieved we spared her. Augustine still owes a debt to us, and the rest of the galaxy. Maybe she pays it all someday, and maybe she doesn't. Either way, you were right to give her the chance.
I just hope she doesn't repay my compassion with treachery.
If you taught me anything, it's that kindness ain't ever the wrong choice. Reckon time will decide the heroes from villains in this tale, but it's gonna be hard to forgive the Earth Directorate for arranging the stage like this in the first place.
They're not entirely to blame. We all made choices that led us here.
Deep down, I'm still convinced the galaxy is better with the Earth Directorate in it, flawed as it is. But what happened with Arcadia can never be allowed to happen again. Something has to change within the Directorate, and I think we're best positioned to see that reformation through. All said, I appreciate you giving me the space to work through this. Sort of feels like the future's opening back up after a long time closed.
Anytime, Niles, I'm always there for you.
Likewise, Commander.
All right. He has unlocked the Lost Defender. What is that? All right, we can upgrade his well, that's going to be where we're going to have to end for today. So like I said, yeah, we spared everybody we could spare. And yeah, one of the three so far has come back to kind of bite us in the ass. But like I said, it's one of those things where it's like, look, kind of like Niles put it, we give them the choice. If they turn on us, we fucking end them, but we're not going to like preemptively attack and preemptively take them out. So yeah, that's where we're going to end for the week. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to press that subscribe button. Don't forget, the top link in the description down below takes us to our fourth wall page where we have shirts like our Suit Up Vault Dweller, we've got a Wasteland to save with the laser rifle, or the Outer Worlds themed hat. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below. That's our Facebook page, Twitter account, etc., including the permanent invite for our Discord server, where I try to make sure to notify you guys of when we go live and stuff like that. For example, in about 2 hours, we'll be back with more Power Wash Simulator 2. And then tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time, we'll be back with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Oh.